Yo guys, what's going on? In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to get a full set of Daedric armor at level 1 without breaking the main quest or any other quests or using exploits. So to start, here's a fresh level 1 character that I just made a little while ago. He already has a full set of glass armor and about 76,000 gold. So if you're curious how I got this already, check out my other video in this series where I show you how to get a full set of glass armor at level 1. So now let's get started. The first thing that we're going to need to do to complete this challenge is make 6 enchanted rings or amulets. One of the rings needs to be at least expensive quality, the other needs to be exquisite, and the 4 remaining rings can be either extravagant or exquisite. So let's go get them. One of the best places to check is in Balmora in the fine clothing shop. So she has 2 extravagant amulets, 1 exquisite ring, 1 exquisite amulet, and 1 expensive ring. So pick that up. Actually, she has 1 more extravagant ring as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is all of the rings that we need to complete this challenge. What we're going to do next is pick up all of the spells that we need to complete our enchantments. Let's go to the Balmora Mages Guild first.
Speak, traveler.
So the first spell that we're going to pick up
What assistance do you
is
need?
going to be Fuddle, to make damage intelligence. Buy that. And then we need to pick up
What do you want?
Weakness to Magicka, Dire Weakness to Magicka, Levitate, Charming Touch, and Calm Humanoid. And also, if you don't have Open Lock, pick that up too. So we're going to talk to this person and we're going to make a spell to open a lock of quality 85. We're going to need this spell later on. And do open 85 on touch. And then we're going to make 1 more levitation spell that's easy to cast. So just do a magnitude of 1 on self and duration 30 seconds. So another spell that we need, which I'm not going to pick up, is Telekinesis. You can pick that up in the Aldrin Mages Guild. I already have that on this character.
You have something to say to me?
So now we need to pick up Absorb Health. Let's go to Sage with Mora. And go into the Imperial Shrine.
Go ahead, stranger.
And talk to this guy to pick up Absorb Health.
Yes.
The last spell we need to pick up is in Tel Brenora. And to get there, we're going to go to Vivek.
I suppose it is my duty to help those less fortunate than my...
Once you're in Vivek, take the boat to Tel Brenora.
Speak, traveler.
When you're here, head east into the Telvanni building. You're going to need levitation for this part, so make sure you have either a potion or you made the spell if you didn't do it already. Enter in the upper chamber. Go up the steps and zone to Thorana's chamber. Here you'll need a levitation potion or spell. So go up and then talk to this guy here.
Yes, sir.
The spell that we need to purchase from him is Summon Hunger. Golden Saint, Wing Twilight would also work, but I'm just going to use Summon Hunger because it's easier to kill at level 1. So now let's go back to Balmora. What we need to do next is get 6 soul gems. The first 2 we're going to get are in Balmora. So go into the Mages Guild. And we're going to steal 2 soul gems from Galbadir. We're going to steal the Greater Soul Gem filled with the Dremora and the Grand Soul Gem filled with the Wing Twilight. The best way to do that is to hide behind the pole and use telekinesis. Once in Vivek, take the boat to Ebonheart.
Quickly, Outlander. I haven't much time.
And after arriving in Ebonheart, we need to go to Mournhold next to get our remaining Grand Soul Gems. If you haven't been attacked by a Dark Brotherhood assassin yet, you won't be able to go to Mournhold, so make sure to rest a couple times so you can get attacked. Ebonheart, talk to this guy and ask him about the Dark Brotherhood, and ask him about getting transported to Mournhold. Then to go to Mournhold, zone into the fort, and talk to this person right here, and ask her to transport you to Mournhold. After arriving in Mournhold, we need to go to the Craftsman Hall in God's Reach.
Justice. So.
Okay, after getting into God's Reach, the building that we need to go into is right here. Craftsman's Hall. Go up the stairs. And here is a guy that sells a restocking supply of Grand Soul Gems. Buy 4. While we're here, we're going to have this guy make 2 enchantments for us. The first enchantment that he's going to make is going to be Summon Hunger, and it's going to go in the expensive ring. And this is going to be for 10 seconds, because that should be more than enough time to kill him. It just barely fits in the expensive ring, so make it. The next enchantment that we're going to make is going to use an exquisite ring. It's going to use the Grand Soul Gem that we stole earlier. The first effect is going to be weakness to Magicka, magnitude 100, absorb health, magnitude 100, both on touch, and duration 1 second. So make the enchantment. So after we make our enchantments, what we're going to do is we're going to fill up the 4 remaining Grand Soul Gems we have. And you are going to need Soul Trap for this, so if you didn't buy it, make sure you do, because I didn't show purchasing it. When you summon the Hunger, you're only going to have 10 seconds to kill him, so you're going to need to be quick. And repeat this process 3 times. Good, so we now have 5 Grand Soul Gems, which will be more than enough to complete this challenge. Let's go back to Vivek. One thing that I wanted to mention, to instant kill the hungers earlier, I used the Absorb Health ring that we made earlier. So in case you didn't pick up on it, that's what I did to instant kill the hungers. And we're going to be using this ring again to make the rest of the money that we need to complete the rest of our enchantments. And to do that, we're going to be farming Ordinators in Vivek. The good thing about Ordinators is they respawn after a couple in-game days. And if you can instant kill the Ordinators without anybody around, you won't get a bounty. So the ring that we made will instant kill them, and we can keep killing them over and over again to get enough money to make the rest of our enchantments. The Ordinator's gear sells for about 35,000 gold when you sell it all to the mud crab.
We're watching.
And you can see the ring kills them in one hit. All of their gear is really expensive. We're going to need to kill Ordinators about 7 times to make about 210,000 gold, which is going to be what we need to make the enchantments. So I'm going to do a time skip. Pretend you see me killing these 7 times and selling all of their stuff to the mud crab merchant. And I'll see you again in a little bit in Balmora. Alright, I'm back from the time skip. So I killed the Ordinators 7 times and sold all of their stuff to the mud crab. It took a while, but I got about 247,000 gold from doing that process, which is more than we need to make our enchantments. So let's make them now. Make sure that you're not using Galbadir to make your enchantments, because we stole some soul gems from her earlier. The first enchantment that we're going to make is going to go into an Exquisite Amulet. And this enchantment has to go into the Exquisite Amulet. Every other one can use Extravagant. And we're going to use a Grand Soul Gem. This enchantment is going to be Damage Strength for 75 on touch, 1 second. And it's also going to include Damage Intelligence for 75 on touch, 1 second. Give it a name. Now we're going to make our next enchantment. This can go into an Extravagant ring. And this is going to be Damage Agility for 50. Also on touch for 1 second. And it's also going to include Damage Endurance for 50. And this will just fit into the Extravagant ring. So give it a name. And then make it. For our third enchantment, it's going to go into an Extravagant Amulet or ring. Another Grand Soul Gem. And this one is going to include Disintegrate Armor. So not seen in the video, I purchased Disintegrate Armor from the Mage in Caldera. The magnitude on this is going to be for 100, duration 1 second. And just give this a name. And now for our last enchantment, it's going to go into an Extravagant piece of jewelry, Grand Soul Gem. And it's going to be Calm Humanoid, magnitude 100, duration 10 seconds. And just give it a name. Great, so now that we have all of our enchantments made, let's head to Daedric Mora. Now that we're in Daedric Mora, we're going to get our first piece of Daedric armor. Make sure you have some kind of method of levitating, and you have some healing potions, because it'll make it a lot easier. From Daedric Mora, head directly east, and you'll see some Daedric ruins off into the distance. That means you're going in the right direction. So keep going past the ruins. And a little bit east of the ruins, there will be a small cave. Right here, like an ancestral tomb, with a skeleton in front. Zone in. And I'm going to skip through a lot of stuff in this dungeon just for time's sake, but just so you know, there is some really good loot in here, like some great weapons, other than the Daedric helmet that we're going to be getting. So when you zone in, go right, and eventually there will be a passageway that leads into a cave. Make sure to save here. So levitate here and zone into the forge. Make sure to quick save here. There's a frost elemental, which can be kind of hard to kill at level 1. Use the absorb health ring. There's a chance that he could reflect that back at you because they do have reflect. Right here is a door with a lock of 85. Use the open 85 spell we made earlier to open it. And zone in. So here we're going to need levitate again. When you cast levitate, you'll see a forge. There's a really good weapon inside there, but we won't be getting it. Levitate upwards. Sometimes it's a little hard to get inside here. But we need to get into this ledge right here. Once you get onto the ledge, there's a Daedric Face of Terror helmet. Loot it, and zone out and go back to Daedric Mora by the docks. From the Daedric Mora docks, we're going to go west and slightly south to get to Tel Fair, where the Telvanni wizard who has the rest of the Daedric armor is. This trip's a lot easier if you have some kind of means of levitation or water walking so you don't get attacked by slaughterfish the whole time. Eventually, off into the distance, you'll see the Telvanni mushroom building, and you'll see a boat. That means you're going in the right direction. Once you get to the building, zone in, and then go up the steps. Here you're going to need to levitate.
Speak, traveler.
When you get here, save the game. So let me explain how this is going to work. This guy has 1,000 health, 1,000 magicka, 600 fatigue, and 150 in all attribute. What we're going to do is first we're going to use damage strength and intelligence 75 on him twice. That will take his strength and intelligence to 0. When his strength is 0, he won't be able to move and he'll do a lot less damage. When his intelligence is 0, he won't be able to cast any summons or harmful spells. Then we'll do damage agility and endurance by 50 on him 3 times to make him less accurate and to lower his fatigue. And then what we're going to do is we're going to spam disintegrate armor 100 points on him until it runs out of charge. Then we'll cast Calm 100 on him to calm him. Rest for 24 hours in game, and keep repeating the process until all of his armor breaks. Once his armor is broken, he'll unequip it and store it in his inventory so we can steal it from him. When all of his armor is broken, we'll punch him to knock him out, and then we'll take all of his armor. And make sure that you have some kind of recall method, because it will be too heavy for us to run. You'll need some kind of way to go back to town.
You
So once all of his armor is destroyed, then we have to knock him out by punching him. Since his fatigue was drained by draining his attributes, it won't be too difficult. So just keep punching him until he gets knocked out. Once he gets knocked out, you can see he has the full set of Daedric armor in his inventory and a key. Take all that stuff. And now let's calm him. So now, as you can see, he'll still talk to us without any problems, so we can complete the main quest. Let's get out of here. Now that we're back in town, let's repair all of our gear so we can equip it and see how it looks.
I'm listening.
Let's put it all on. And there we have it, a full set of Daedric armor at level 1. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. One last thing that I want to add is everything for the main quest should be able to be completed. It's possible that you could run into some kind of snag when you have the Corpus disease and he needs to cure it. If that's possible, what I would recommend doing is saving right before you talk to him, and then you'll need to cast Restore Intelligence on him and maybe some kind of Fortify Magicka, but everything should work fine.